The situation here is like a humanitarian emergency as life comes to a temporary halt. The floods are everywhere, penetrating businesses and homes and displacing hundreds of people at a very high intensity. The issue is embarrassing for the estimated over 250,000 residents here as their hopes gradually fade.
My biggest concentration here is the water. I think, as you can see, I'm surrounded by water. Even I had to provide my own bridge to leave my house to get outside to go and look for food. So when it rains heavy, the rain enter my house. We don't have a place to go because we're already stranded and so we're already in the slum community. So we appeal to the government of Liberia to see reason and talk to our big people that will put in the House of Parliament there to see reason or seeing the interest of the people in the community because after they needed power, they came to these same people down the community, in the slum community. This is the time to see necessary that they help us also.
The water go inside my room almost 3 weeks now. Nowhere to go. My foot, everything sweat up. So we know what to do. Me and my grandchildren, great-grand, we just sit down. How we go get food? No way.
As we toured the community, we saw mattresses and clothes soaked by the floods out for drying, although there was a little sunshine. One-year-old Erika George is too small to understand what's happening around her as she takes a bath under unpleasant conditions, but her mother, Christina Smith, does know everything that's going on here. She tells us this is the hardest the floods have hit the community in recent years, pleading with government to swiftly intervene.
But we need the government to try and build less only behind us here. Because as you can see the drainage behind us. We suffering and the sea too coming to where we own to. So begging the government to do something good for us that we at least for us to live.
To find out what the government is doing about the issue, which has affected almost the entire country and displaced thousands of people, including those from Kru Town, we went to the offices of the National Disaster Management Agency, where the agency's executive director, Henry Williams, described the issue as very grave while highlighting the challenges the institution is faced with to respond to the problem.
We will look at the issue, but it's very grave because the velocity of the water and the volume of the water, if we have consistent rainfall, there will really be serious damage in those areas. And now we are looking at logistical issues. As it relates to our entity for now, our capacity is really at a low ebb.
Hopes are fading. Patience is running out in Kru Town and other communities affected by flooding as the government prepares to respond to what is increasingly becoming a humanitarian emergency. Residents of Kru Town have taken matters into their hands and seem frustrated by what they see as a delay on the part of the government. A youth-dominated team clears clogged drainages, although poorly equipped and exposed to danger.
So what you see here, we have started in for 3 days, going to 4 days now. So we are asking the government to kind of try to help us in this process so that we give the people of Point 4, particularly because that's a more affected area, a decent community.
The flooding only compounds the problems of Kru Town. A huge stockpile of garbage made out of feces and plastic sits in the middle of this community. Flies, cockroaches, and rats are visible here and have now produced a mountain of garbage.
It's not only this area. The 25 community is presently clogged with garbage and the water hardly go. But we've been fighting right at the bottom of to Popo Beach and have it open up. That's what led the water to go now slow.
You
how the people manage with this garbage?
Has it been? The garbage been over here now for the past almost 7-8 years or more than that. Because this is the only site and other places over here where people collect garbage and go and dump them over. And these garbage, they dump them at night between 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning while people are asleep.
Momo Kamara, the environmental health coordinator of most Rado County, warns if the garbage issue is not handled with care, it could pose a serious health problem to the community.
We have been discussing that dump sites on several occasions, and if serious attention is not given for clearing that dump site from Kru Town to be disposed to final disposal site, it may cause future outbreak like cholera. It may be even Lassa, it may be yellow fever.
The Monrovia City Corporation, which directly oversees waste management in Monrovia and its environs, blames residents of Kru Town for the stockpile of garbage, accusing them of not informing the corporation about the issue a long time ago, while urging the residents to use nearby garbage disposal sites to dispose of their garbage. The corporation's media relations officer, Peketa Boape, says the institution does intend to conduct an assessment of the situation before removing the garbage, but admits the issue is troubling.
No, it's a troubling development. It's a serious troubling development. It undermines the health situation of, or the health condition of the residents of that community. So it's troubling, and based on the fact that it's troubling, we will see how best to address that in the soonest and possible time.
Flaws and improper garbage disposal are not unique to Kru Town, as they can be seen in Pinsville, Doe Community, Clara Town, West Point, and other slum communities, thus raising fears of greater problems for Liberia. Anthony Stevens, Power News, Monrovia.